Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to another little episode of Real Country with Jeff and Melanie. As I mentioned before, we do everything the way real old-timey country people do. Try to live our lives by the season. And with that being said, even though it's 110 in the shade here in Alabama, it's supposed to be getting close to fall. And with fall comes hunting season. And it is fun. It is a way to put food on your table, to enjoy the great outdoors, get some fresh air and exercise. But along with all that, you need to do everything safely so that you can get out there and have a good time and not get hurt, not hurt anybody else, and hopefully everybody else will act the same and you won't get hurt. So as I had mentioned before, shooting and guns and hunting has been a part of my life since I was a little boy. So I'm going to do a few little videos from time to time on basic gun handling, safety, shooting, and maybe even some hunting if it works out to where I can. So today I just thought I'd touch base with some basic gun safety and some basic shooting technique. When I was a little boy, my dad started me with a BB rifle. Very low power, no noise, no kick, nothing to scare a little fella, to make it fun, to be safe. But we treated the BB rifle the same as you would treat a high-powered rifle. If I ever made a mistake, the gun was took away, the fun stopped, I was reprimanded, and it was a while before I had to prove that I could calm down and behave and be trusted, because even though it's a BB rifle, it can be dangerous, it can hurt people. And one of my dad's favorite sayings was, "All the I'm sorry's in this world ain't worth nothing when somebody's done got hurt," and we don't want nobody to get hurt. So just to start off with, some basic things you need anytime you shoot: ear protection and safety glasses. Safety glasses, wear them. You never know. There could be a ricochet, could be a hull from a higher powered weapon come back after you shoot it. You don't want it to hit you in the eyes, to burn you. Plus, as you shoot a real gun, there will be gunpowder. Sometimes there's wadding, smoke. Just, it's a good idea. Save your hearing, save your eyes. Over time, if you don't use these, you can wind up with slight hearing problems or major hearing problems, and you definitely don't want to damage your eyes. But now, for what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to be using an old-timey BB rifle, so I won't be using the earmuffs. There's no sound, there's nothing you need them for. So with everything, don't do what I say. Just listen to it, take it with a grain of salt, make your own decisions. And if you want to wear your hearing protection, that's fine. I will with a real gun. But a BB rifle, it doesn't make any sound. But I will be wearing my safety shooting glasses when I shoot. But just thought I'd show you the basics of a regular old iron sight on a gun. Today I've got a little BB rifle. I'm going to shoot it at some tin cans and kind of show you what I'm talking about. But you basically have iron sights. Normally there's one pedestal sight on the front end, there's a V or a U shape on the back sight, and line them up. So I thought I know this is silly for grown folks and grown men that's been around it, and military guys, this is a joke. Bear with me. I'm doing this for young kids that would like to get into shooting and hunting. Some kids don't have parents or both sets of parents, or things can happen. This will give you just a basic touch. And the first thing on safety, before I even get to the sights, there's some basic rules. You never, I'm going to tell you that right now, you never point the gun at anything that you don't plan on shooting and destroying. So if you're walking through the woods, keep the barrel the muzzle end of the gun pointed straight up or straight down. Never swing it toward people. That's how accidents happen. Always keep your trigger finger off the trigger. Don't walk around with your finger on it. Accident could happen. You could trip, fall, pull the trigger, and somebody's shot. Always, always know what your target is and what's past that target. Bullets, depending on the caliber, don't just hit the target and stop. Some bullets can travel up to a mile away or longer. And then the main thing, always treat every gun like it's loaded. The old saying was, it's the empty gun that kills people. If somebody's showing somebody a gun, they're being a little careless, oh, it's empty, and then boom, the gun goes off. If you're lucky, you just ventilated your roof or put a hole in the floor. You don't want that to happen and somebody get hurt. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, these are my little idiot drawings for a quick reference. And this is just a quick little thing. This is nothing big time. Later on, I'll try to show more things. But most of your iron sights on a weapon are like this. The little drawing, just your front sight, the front sticks up. Some of them have a little dot on the end, but that's your front sight. Your rear sight, and y'all just laugh at me for being silly with my little drawings, that's good. It's either a V or a U, and it's the same thing. You'll have a dot on each end. Alright, that's your iron sights. To be able to hit your target, this is how I was taught. You look down the barrel of the rifle, you see your target out there. And today I'm going to be shooting some old tin cans, empty tin cans, just so you can see it fall over when I hit it. But you take your front sight and you lay your head down along the line of the barrel. You put your front sight dead center of the target, and this red represents the target. Put your front sight right dead center. Hold that. Then, as you're looking, put that front sight to where it lines up in the center of your V or your U shape on the rear sights. Of course, the wind's going to blow right now. Nothing's easy. And try to keep all of that in line. Have the center one dead center of the V, and have the top of the post about the same as the sides of the V, top of the post. And put all that in the center of the target. Then, when you get ready to take your shot, my dad was ex-military, Air Force police. He taught me the military style of shooting at the time. Once you've got your sights lined up on the target, take a deep breath, exhale half of it, and then hold your breath. With just the fingertip on the trigger, slowly start to creep and squeeze the trigger until the gun surprises you when it goes off. Don't jerk the trigger, don't snatch it. Don't be waving the barrel around. Hold it rock steady as you can, keeping the sights lined up, and slowly squeeze as you're holding your breath, and that kind of regulates your heartbeat. Slows you down to where you're not jerking. And let the gun go off basically on its own, with you just helping to take up the slack till you release the trigger, and you'll hit the target. And like I said, with this little BB rifle, same thing. You put the buttstock into the little recessed place in your shoulder, your chest area, like this. And I'm out here in my woods. There's nothing but woods around me. You take your other hand, I'm right-handed, so my right hand's going to be where the trigger should be. And I keep it up on the stock of the gun, the receiver of the gun, when I'm not shooting. Take your left hand, put it on the forestock, pull it into your shoulder just where it's snug. You don't have to fight it like you're trying to hang on. A little BB gun does not kick at all. It's not going to hurt you. But just let it rest there to where it feels comfortable. Then put your cheek up against the side of the buttstock. Close I normally close my left eye. I look down my right eye, right down the barrel, holding it steady, and you'll see it swing if you're not steady. When I'm sitting like this, I brace on my knees. It gives you a rock steady grip, and you're not straining. I'm just letting the gun rest in my hands. Put the front sight on the target. You've already got the gun cocked. You're ready to shoot. And then, like I said, take a deep breath. Let it out about halfway. And then put your finger down on the trigger and start your creep. And on this gun, it's just going to go toop, and that's it. That's the basics of shooting. If you hold the front sight on your target and line it up, you're going to hit pretty close. You may not always hit a bullseye, but just to practice, start off with nothing else but just a piece of cardboard like off a pizza box. Draw you an X, draw you a circle. With a BB gun, the BB usually will hit the cardboard and just fall to the ground or go in the cardboard. There's very little chance of it coming back, but still, don't set it up in front of rocks or metal or anything that it could come back on you on. Wear your safety glasses. That way, in case accidentally the BB does come back, might sting your hand, your arm. BB rifle usually, on a ricochet like that, even if it happens, is usually not powerful enough to hurt you. It may sting a little bit, but it won't hurt you. But the main thing, protects your eyes. And then hopefully you'll hit the target or close. And then just take a tighter bead. Take more time. Hold your breath a little longer. You'll calm your heart rate down. You'll get relaxed and just practice. And it'll become just repetition. If you can hit, like we're going to try to do in just a few minutes, a can with a BB rifle, you could come back later, making sure you're in a safe location, and do the same thing with a pellet rifle. There again, you're moving up in power. Then you could go to a 22 or a 17. 22 caliber long rifle or even a 17. Now those, they're a lot more dangerous. The bullet travels farther. Like I said, make sure you're in a safe location. Make sure when you shoot, that bullet's going to stop. You know, make sure there's a backstop to catch the bullets. Don't shoot toward nobody's house, toward nobody's cow pasture. Always be safe. You can have a lot of fun, but you got to be responsible and practice and be careful. But basically, the sighting technique for a rifle, whether it's a BB, 22, a 30-30, a 30-06, if you've got iron sights, it's basically the same technique. Later on, if you move into a higher powered rifle, say like you're going deer hunting and you're going to put a scope on here, once you set the scope and make sure it's accurate, then it's just a matter of you have crosshairs, you line it up, put the dead center of the crosshairs on your target, and the same shooting technique. Deep breath, let out about half, slowly let it start creeping, and when you hit the trigger enough finger pull, the gun will go off and you'll hit your target. It just takes time and practice. So that's basically just my little simple showing you how to line your sights up again. It's just a matter of practice. Now, I'm going to take the camera. I've got 4 little cans set up on one of them logs I cut the other day. We'll do a couple shots, basically using the same techniques, and let you see what it's like. So like I said, first thing I'm going to do is put my safety glasses on. And now we're going to turn the camera around and take a couple of shots. Alrighty folks, let me make sure I got it where you can see my cans. I believe so right there. Tell you what, let me set it up a little closer. I don't want to get so far away that it's blurry. Alrighty, Now I know this is a joke, but here we go. We're going to take the little gun. I'm going to cock it. And now it's just a matter of lining it up and taking my shot. So let's see if we can make them cans dance. Here we go. Yeah, that one hit, but it didn't turn over. Let's try him again. That one's a little bit more stout. Let's try the other one. There we go. Hit that last one. Uh-oh. Had a misfire. There we go. Let's try it again. Let's go back to that first one. There we go. And like I said, you basically line it up. Right here is our front sight I was talking about. You put that on the can. Here is your, let's see here, your rear sight. There's a little V in there. You put the front sight. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I get it on the camera. Front sight lined up with the rear sight, and you shoot. And now, kind of like with the archery video, I'll reset the cans back up and let you see me shoot. I know it's a big thrill, it's just a BB gun, but hey, some folks don't get to do this. So, I'm gonna lay the gun down. Let's go reset them cans. Now, making sure I got the camera angle right. All right, now, let's see. Same thing. Here we go. And that's basically it. Like I said, folks, you can have a lot of fun target shooting. Good way to teach the kids, basically inexpensive. This little BB rifle, when we got it, and we've had it probably 20 years or more, I doubt if we paid $15, $20 for it. But with time and inflation, I think it'll run you about 35 or 40 now. But the good thing is you can get 100, 200, 500 BBs for maybe $4 or $5. They'll last forever. And you can shoot it in your backyard, basically even in town, as long as you have something to catch the bullets and you're not shooting towards your neighbor's house. I have seen people make BB traps out of cardboard boxes. You just basically take a good sized cardboard box, cut one end open, stuff it with newspapers, and then tape your target over the front and have it hanging down. So you hit the target, the BBs, they're not that powerful. Regular BB gun, not a pellet rifle. You shoot it in there, it catches, and then you can actually go through there and pull it apart and reshoot your BBs. But you know, you can shoot them in your backyard, whether you're in town or in the country. But folks, that's the little video. Just thought I'd do a little short instructional. As we go on, we'll move up into other calibers, maybe even do some clay pigeon skeet shooting, and hopefully we'll have some pistol shooting, rifle shooting, shotgunning. I'm actually planning on building a little range here on the back of the house where I can practice more. And eventually try to get some certification and maybe even start helping other people learn to do some defensive shooting techniques and practice. And it's always a good idea. But folks, hope you liked the video. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We need all the help we can get, and tell your friends. If the good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise, we'll see y'all on down the road. Y'all have a good afternoon.